How are you guys doing?
Good. Happy it's Friday.
It's Friday.
I know you're about it. What have you done for me today?
Today,
Yeah.
I thought kindly. I thought well of you.
That doesn't retire quota. I don't care.
It's
I,
the
I,
new
I
year.
helped close 4 deals this week, so all good deals.
Hello, my friends.
Thank you for joining us for the PEBCAK Podcast, a weekly information security show featuring some all-around good people. It is week 30 of 2025. I'm Chris Louie, and excited to reunite with my co-host at Black Hat next week. With me, we have my co-host, Uncle Barbecue, who is absolutely crushing it with the LinkedIn page views.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm crushing it, but I'm doing something, that's for sure. Yeah, we might have to move the recording on Black Hat because I fly out that day, so just saying.
All right, we'll get it scheduled. We still have to do a live episode. We'll figure it out.
Poor Chris, this is the bane of his existence. We'll just record late one night. It's always fun when you guys are all drunk.
Well, but does that mean you're like taking him barbecue the whole time? Are you delivering barbecue? I mean, what's this barbecue he's talking about?
Oh, it was like a nickname back in the day that I gave myself, Uncle Barbecue.
I'm aware. I'm just trying to hook him up with some barbecue, man.
Yeah. Which is kind of funny because Disher should probably be the Uncle Barbecue because I think I can't hold a candle to him or a AK.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you actually barbecue, Brian?
I used to, and then I started making my own barbecue sauces, and I was like, wow, half of this is sugar. No wonder I'm obese and diabetic. I'm actually not diabetic, but
Only obese.
yeah. I think, just obese. Just obese and ugly. The camera adds 10 years. I noticed that in my last YouTube video. So,
Need those
but no,
AI
I can
filters,
smoke some
Brian.
meat, that's for sure. I know.
Okay.
And we do not have Glenn Medina this week. We'll see if he joins us next week for the live episode since he has still not booked a sensible hotel for Black Hat.
He is in the corporate grinding meat grinder machine over there with his new gig, man. Jeez.
That he is. And he always books the wrong hotel. Like, yes, last year we were all at the Mandalay, which makes sense because the show is at the Mandalay. And he books the Wynn, which is on the exact opposite side of the strip. And he's like, oh, guys,
He's not
I'm
at the
not going to
startup
make
anymore.
it.
He ain't doing that this year.
But it was only 40 a night.
I'm thinking he booked it location-wise just to get away from people he didn't want to have to see.
I think that's it. That's the only reason you would book something so far from the show.
Speaking of booking stuff inappropriately, we have Ben, who is not even going to Black Cat and pawning off all of his meetings to me. And babysitting duties. Just kidding if you're listening, gentlemen. I know I'm not babysitting you, but...
Our guest this week is the grill master and pickleball champion himself, Matt Disher. It's been a while since we had Matt on. We always appreciate his opinion on smoked meat, so we brought him back on. Welcome back, Matt.
Thank you for having me. It's been awesome. It has been a long time.
Don't come in here with this high energy, you loser. Come on.
like episode 3, maybe. It's been a really, really long time. So,
Fun fact, I spend more time in airport lounges with Matt than I do anywhere else.
no shit.
That's cool. Which lounge do you guys prefer?
I think we're
Delta.
American, weren't we?
Yes, I drafted off your American that day. That is correct.
Oh, yeah. He's not riding my coattails as everyone else in this company. Just kidding, Jay.
No, he's not. Yeah.
Filling in for Glenn this week is our guest and co-host, Ben Coral, back at home for some much-needed family FaceTime. Welcome back, Glenn. Ben, I did it again.
It rhymed. It's okay.
Welcome back, Ben.
See, yeah, and I walk back in, and the dogs still wag their tails, so they're happy to see me. So I'm glad that they haven't at least forgotten who I am.
Do you know how dogs track time?
Scent, the
Yes.
power of how much scent is left. Of they can tell how long you have been gone or when you return, based on the power of their owner's scent that is left in the house.
Damn, look at Ben. He knows it.
It's like
So,
scent decay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. They always miss my farts.
No,
No
Ben.
leftovers for him.
Ben's dressed like he's back home on a Friday. He looks very relaxed today. No brawny man shirt, just a nice like Tommy Bahama, chilling at home type shirt.
You got the chest mop hanging out.
So, well, that's the thing is right before this, I was like, ooh, do I have to put a shirt on for this call? Oh, yeah, I might as well. You're
right. We can take our shirts off.
Brian doesn't bother.
More shirtless.
Yeah, needs a brand then.
Actually, I have the worst sunburn ever. So I had some time in between meetings and I went for a walk. I was like, do I go to the gym or do I like go to the beach? Because I'm like literally right on the beach. I was like, I'll do it. I was like, I'll do an hour. I put some sunblock on my head and neck because it's a long story, but old timers when I do it. I was gone for an hour. I came back and like I have handprints on my shoulders and then everything else is just red.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll be peeling.
Gotta flick you in the chest next time I see you next week, Brian.
It'll probably hurt. It'll probably be all pussed up.
Combined, we have decades of information security experience here, not just to educate, but to entertain. We've got 4 awesome stories this week, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This week, we're going to talk about bread, the case for intercepting end-to-end encrypted chats. For our third topic, a sensitive website gets hacked, and close with age filter talk. For our first topic, the Belgian police are taking an interesting approach to combating elder abuse through various online scams. I filed this one away as if it looks stupid, but it works, it's not stupid. Belgian police are printing cybersecurity warnings on bread bags. Yes, you heard that right. The paper wrapper protecting your loaf of bread from the local bakery will now advise elderly people and bread lovers alike about the risk of deepfakes, cryptocurrency scams, pig butchering scams, phishing, and ATM card scams. The bread bags teach things we have been preaching over the years to anyone who will listen, such as do not give out your PIN code. Do not perform transactions with your card at the request of a third party. Do not give out your bank card. Do not click on suspicious links or attachments. And check the email address from suspicious emails. Now, I'm very pro bread bag cyber awareness training. Anything that stops grandma from getting scammed is a good policy in my book.
Did they still do like the missing kid on the milk carton?
I hadn't seen
Do
that
they
in a
still
while.
make milk cartons?
They do. Yeah. Old Victor Soy Boy probably gets his stuff in a milk carton.
Probably.
I have milk cartons. When you buy the half gallons, it's generally still going to be in the milk cartons as well. So yes, milk carton's still there. No, I have not seen anything on the milk cartons in years.
So do you guys think that the print is even big enough for someone to read this on a bag of bread?
I think so. If you click on the article, it has an example of what it looks like. I think it's pretty legible.
Yeah.
All right. That's with your young eyes.
I didn't even know what a bread bag was until like 2 weeks ago. So we have somebody in our household that has celiac, so gluten is not an option. So our bread sucks, basically sucks. We did find a local baker who makes an amazing cheddar jalapeno sourdough that is gluten-free. And lo and behold, it came in a bread bag.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Now you know.
No cybersecurity warnings on that particular loaf of bread, but for somebody who may or may not have an aging mother-in-law who will fall for pretty much anything, has no bullshit meter whatsoever, I think this is a fantastic idea. However, she doesn't get her bread in a bag, so I'm not sure how this is going to help.
No. I'm right there with you. I wrote that the best quote from the article, because I had to get it translated. As you might imagine, it was not written in English, so I translated it. So I will say the best quote from the translated article is sometimes cybersecurity needs to go low tech to reach high risk users. So
That should be on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Get that tattooed on yourself there, Deej.
Good.
Across my chest.
You're due for a face tattoo.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know why I don't have a face tattoo yet. I think it'd be a great idea. Make me look more approachable, you know?
Good old Mike Tyson.
Exactly.
I mean, something about the cloud god on your forehead.
Yes. Zetro.
Cloud. Yeah.
Good old
Little
Zetro.
throwback. Little Zetro.
Love it. Love it. No, but that's the thing is I've written dozens of articles. I post on LinkedIn on a routine basis. I may not have all of the videos that somebody else on this, on this session may have, but I can sit there and I know that it's not being read by my mother, much less my grandmother. So how do I get my message to those who are higher risk, not utilizing that low tech? So whoever came up with this idea, well done. Thank you for thinking about it.
I will
Red
tell you
Bug.
that. Oh, go ahead, Matt.
So, I just said Bread Bag Publishing.
Bread Bag Publishing LLC.
Big Bread Bag Publishing is always after our Lucky Charms. So I after someone that I knew fell victim to like a pig butchering thing, I was like, you know what? We can do all the articles we want, but old people don't read that. So maybe I should just talk to old people when I see them about these things. And so outside of like work, and usually these people know about it in the airport, gym is my only livelihood. So I've talked to some of the older folks at the gym. I'm like, hey, just so you know, sorry you lost your wife or your husband, but like these are like real things going on. Horrible mistake. I am tech support. They bought a new vehicle. They want me to show them how to put the fucking back seats down. I'm like, are you still getting some? Like, I don't understand what's going on here. But yeah, like
don't ask
every
questions.
time I see this dude, oh my gosh, he's got a new one for me. So, but
Yep.
whatever.
No.
Jim, if you're listening, I know you're not. I love you, man.
Doing the Lord's work there, Brian.
Yes.
Well, I'm doing
Yes.
some work.
But that's the thing is I've gone and done some speaks. Yeah, I do speaks. I've gone and done some talks and stuff for like the VFW, so local American Legion. Because let's just be honest, some of those organizations have got older people who are members there as well.
Vulnerable.
They could be vulnerable. Yes.
You didn't do PowerPoint, did you?
There might have been a PowerPoint slide or two, but it was mostly conversations and talking.
Could you share that? I think that's actually a good idea. I like that.
Yeah, if I...
Reach out to them and see what your talking points are. Watch, it's just a QR code that scams them out of their username and password, Wells Fargo. Like, what a jerk.
Right.
The Uno reverse card.
No, but that is something we all could do better at, probably, is sharing the knowledge with the older folks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is why Ben's better than me. Can't be Ben.
Better. I'm not a deity.
Right.
Not yet.
Right.
That was part of ISC2, and that organization, that cybersecurity organization, when they would do community outreach, and that was one of the things. At least they would do it for schools where volunteers and members would go in and teach kids about proper cyber hygiene. Don't do this, don't do that, and like I'm sure they should have something for helping elderly people too, at like nursing homes, at retirement homes, to also educate them about the dangers of the cybers out there.
100%. 100%. Of course, I avoid the old folks' homes as much as I can, but now maybe you're making me feel guilty.
You're
and
staying there. Where you pick up your women.
You know me too well.
I was thinking, we know it's in our future, so you avoid it as long as you can. But Brian decided to take a different tact there.
Yeah, that's not where I go to pick up my women. It's the odors that just can't do it.
You do that at Black Hat?
At the Pickle Lodge. Come on, Brian.
The pickleball court.
Pickleball Lodge.
How's your knee, by the way?
It's great. My knee's fantastic. So
I think was it.
Homeboy tried to convince me to do pickleball with him, and then the next time I saw him, he was limping.
Yeah, he did the same thing. I saw Matt at Zenith Live, and he's like, "Oh, you want to do pickleball?" I said, "Sure." When? He's like, "Oh, so and so and I are heading to the court at 5 a.m." I'm like, no, thanks.
But that's 8 a.m. for us East Coasters, right?
That's true.
It's easy.
True.
Yeah. For our second
So
topic,
let's go.
yeah, we'll see if we make it out to 5 a.m. pickleball. For our second topic, I did not want to open the podcast with such a heavy topic, but I feel it will lead to a good discussion and one that has to be had. A mother in Indiana was arrested after trying to sell her baby daughter for unspeakable things for $400 over Snapchat. The mother, and I put mother in quotes here because she was the biological mother of the child, but no mother should ever do what she did to her kids. She messaged a man over Snapchat offering her 7-month-old daughter to an unknown sexual predator to do what sexual predators do. The 32-year-old mother of 7 kids told the predator that she lives alone with her kids and that the father was not in the picture. So big shocker there. In this case, Snapchat intercepted the message and alerted authorities. The FBI set up a sting operation for the mother and arrested her on site. After subpoenaing her Snapchat account, they also found thousands of messages, including offers to sell naked photos of herself to buy baby diapers. Unfortunately, this is the exact argument lawmakers use when they want to force companies like Meta, Signal, Apple, and Google, and others to build a backdoor into their end-to-end encryption platforms. It's always to protect the children. Now, if Snapchat was not able to read and intercept the message, would this woman have been able to do these horrendous things to her kids? Would she have been able to get away with it? How long would it have taken for the law to catch up? Who knows?
So, I'm not going to side with the mom on this, but Jesus, like, where do you think you're at? Like, if you're selling pictures of your body for diapers, and then the next viable option is just to sell your kid for $400, like that's...
Yeah, you're not at a good place.
Yes.
That's horrible.
I
That's
can't
heartbreaking for sure.
I can't wrap my head around this, and I can't wrap my head around the fact that Snapchat isn't already encrypted. So at least the front portion is, right?
Yes.
SSL.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but it's not end to end.
At least for direct messages. It seems that, like, for direct messages, it's not. And I know, like, Facebook Messenger was not for a long, long time until very recently they turned end-to-end on by default. Like, it was always an option. And a lot of people don't know this, but Telegram is not end-to-end encrypted by default. You have to go in and turn on end-to-end encryption.
Someone's always watching, guys.
Someone's always watching.
Yeah. I mean, I'm for it. Like, let's protect the kids. But then what other things are you going to do? And then eventually be like, oh, yes, we also do this.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and so now you just taught all the other predators out there using Snapchat to go move to Signal or something else, right? So by publicizing it. So I don't. Yeah, I'm still.
And that's that difficult part. So, and that's why this is such an important discussion or topic. And like Chris said, I'm happy that we're covering it. But it is absolutely horrendous. It is heartbreaking, but it's real. And it happens. And the fact that it's in the U.S., in a first world country, where somebody doesn't feel they have the support they need to provide the basic necessities for their children, food, formula, or I think she said diapers as well. Just the programs are there. How's the system breaking down that the mother has to offer to sell pictures or stoop to unimaginable things, opening the door for a 7-month-old? Because I'm sure if it happens once, it's going to be offered or happen again and again. And that's just not a life that's out there. Now, should it be a reason to force backdoors to private applications, private companies? And as noble a purpose reason as that is, because I've got kids. I've done investigations. I've done incident response. I've done a lot of things to find bad people who've done bad things to children in the past. Technology is agnostic, but I don't think that we need to put backdoors in there, because even when it's done for a noble purpose, such as to protect the kids, the temptation to use it for other purposes now. Now you get a subpoena that comes in and, well, this person's doing this and we need to be able, they're a bad person. And now we're going to ask you to expand the usage of said backdoor to prove something else. And again, it's a noble purpose. It's a very slippery slope that is out there as well. So even though it's for a noble purpose, I don't like forcing a private entity to put a backdoor on there. It's difficult for me to, from a privacy-minded person, to wrap my head around that one.
Yeah. Did they force them, or is this something that SnapEdge does on the behalf of all humankind?
Sound like they just discovered this on their own and turned her in, right? There was no.
Do you guys think they're using AI to do that, or just keywords?
It's probably a combination of both.
It's just regex. It's just regex.
I'm selling a bag of flour, 8 pounds, 3 ounces.
Oh, yeah.
The ways to evade that.
Yeah, and that's why, like, if you're ever on any of the platforms, X, Instagram, or whatever, when you use certain words, even YouTube, like if you say this person killed that person, like apparently, they hide it, they shadow ban it, they demonetize it, they put it lower in the search results, and that's why you have people coming up with creative things like this person unalived the other person because that hasn't gotten caught in the filter yet of like die or kill or anything like that. So same thing, people are going to have to find, creative ways around it. And, I don't know if we're giving people too much credit that the people that engage in this type of business, there'll be people that can get around it. But there's also that level of, well, if you're engaged in this type of business, you might not be sophisticated enough to know to go, skirt around the filters.
Yeah. But unfortunately, there's also those that are out there that sell guidance on how to do these things, how to do them right, how to do them well. Bad people are out there, and they figure out ways of getting their nefarious activities done and protect themselves and their interests. I mean, yes.
How do you think they even came up with this idea? Do you think they were just like company meeting? They're just like, hey guys, someone tried to sell me a baby on Snapchat today. We should probably put some filters. Like, what do you think happened that they would even have that logic? Because I wouldn't even think about that, right?
100% a lawyer was involved, right?
It's not just a lawyer, but you have law enforcement, and law enforcement will come and say these are some of the things that we look for. These are some of the key words, and they ask some of these internet providers, some of these application providers, these are things that we would like to be alerted on. If you see these inside your platform, please alert us. And organizations and companies will agree, all through the lawyers, of alerting on some of those things, especially when it is CPAM material.
I'm sure they partner with organizations like NCMEC, the National Center for Missing Exploited Children, where they'll partner with them and say, we've done this for decades. This is the pattern that predators use. You are a platform, therefore you have the power to observe these patterns. And I'm sure they partner with them and tell them all their TTPs and things like that.
Yeah.
How's the baby? Did it say?
No.
Well, I'm sure the kids are removed from the mother by now. They're probably in the system somewhere.
I hope so. But it's just one little indiscretion, everyone. No.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, a mother of 7 and 32. She's 32, which tells you that the kids are all probably young as well, and now all going into the system for all of this activity. And
technically, she could be a mother of 10. We will never know.
Have a good trip.
So, Ben, are you ultimately for a backdoor or against?
I am against a backdoor because, as noble a purpose as it is, I've seen
your water gets weird.
where when that exists, other things that come in to use that same backdoor. So it's created for one reason. Now, because they know it exists, now you get a subpoena to provide other information. Now it goes back to legal, and legal's like, no, that's not the intent. That's not the, well, we know there's other illegal activity that could be happening. We want to make use of that as well. So now we're going to try to compel the company to do more with that. So where's the line? Do they continue to move that line, continue to move the goalposts, continue to move? Well, these are bad things too. And, you know, as Chris said earlier, now we're looking for words like unalived and those, you know, somebody died, somebody did this. Oh, do we pick up on those words too? And it expands exponentially from there.
So you're against it because it's a slippery slope and the controls will fall apart eventually, right? Abuse of power and all that. So
a Who Watches the Watchmen scenario, I think.
Right.
Yes.
Like, you don't have to look very far. Like, just look at Russia. Like, Russia, I know they've been in the news a lot lately, but just very recently they said, we're going to track every IMEI number. Everyone who has a SIM card must register in person with your photo ID. And like, oh, well, it's obviously to combat terrorism and stop financial fraud. We're not tracking you for other nefarious reasons.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And that's that thing is I am a financial supporter of protecting children. One of the charities that I am adamant to provide for is Operation Underground Railroad. They combat, working against sexual exploitation of children. They get my money. They get my time. They get me to help support them as well. So put my money where my mouth is and be an advocate for them. Even with that, I don't want to break down and force back doors into things because bad people still exist or do things for the wrong reasons, the right things, the wrong way. It is a very slippery slope.
So it's good to hear that you're part of our rescue, as am I. I donate both my time and money. I've gone out and done some money raising events. I don't know if you noticed this, but or if you guys know. So they did that movie, The Sound of Freedom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that movie raised so much money that they actually stopped asking for money and volunteers for a moment in time because they're just like, we got so much money, we'll just go out and rescue kids right now, and then we'll come back. So they just, I think they reopened the door on both the donations and volunteering. And volunteering, some good stuff on there. I think 2 years ago, I went to like a motocross thing, and they had like a tent set up, and just kind of stood there and. It's kind of weird talking to people about human trafficking at motocross and they're all drunk. So, but I tried.
Yeah, definitely looks like a good noble cause. I'll throw the link in the description.
Yeah. Is Tim Ballard still in that, or did he leave? I remember there was some type of controversy there. I don't know if it was true or not.
I don't recollect.
Okay.
All right, for our third topic. Quote, dating safety app T got breached and 72,000 user images were exposed. T bills itself as a women-only app that allows women to leave reviews about men they dated to potentially warn other women about catfishing or any problems they encountered while dating that particular man. Users had to submit a screenshot or upload a driver's license or other government ID to verify their gender. More on that later. Not surprising at all, notorious troll farm 4chan were the ones who break the news and share images they found from the hacked archive. The platform states that the selfies were not deleted as expected to comply with law enforcement requirements related to cyberbullying prevention. And really, the more you read about this, the worse it gets. The data was in an exposed database on Firebase that the company forgot to close. An additional database was found containing 1.1 million private messages sent between users on the T platform. The way they did that was any T user could access the stored data using their own API key. So basically, when you registered for the platform, you get an API key. That API key allows you to send direct messages. However, they never wrapped the correct permissions around that API key, so your own API key could access literally any message on the site. Now, this is basic stuff that should have been exposed in the most basic pen test, but doesn't seem like they ever did that.
So does this app still exist today?
It does. I think it's still like number 2 in the Apple App Store.
Yeah.
Yeah, they claim they fixed it. So I think their defense was this Firebase database was like from 2024, and then they migrated. So this is only their legacy environment. And I think they're trying to spin it that way somehow.
It's funny that they call it catfishing for women trying to figure out men. It should be called dong fishing. But is 4chan still around? I thought they went away.
4chan's around. It was the other one that they attacked. That one went away. I can't remember the name right now. But 4chan is alive and well.
Oh, that's crazy.
I think
don't go to it if you don't know what it is.
I think they got doxxed, but I think they're still around.
Yeah. It's like Reddit without a condom.
Yeah, there's so much to unpack here. I have a buddy that's heavily into the dating scene, having been divorced for 15 or so years, and he says it's just a complete shit show out there. And there are Facebook groups already, right, where women can complain about dates. He didn't pay for this, he didn't do that, he didn't walk me to my car. You get a reputation, and
and that's the thing you talk about. I think Chris said dating safety app. Is this really a safety app? And what you just said there, Matt, really, I've heard the same. Date friends that are now divorced are in the dating scene, and they don't want to walk the lady to her car because they may see him as a predator if he's walking her all the way to the car, or he's going to force her. No, they're like, you need to be very, very careful of perception at this point. So it's that whole catch-22. They see you, if you don't do it, chivalry's dead, right? Well, no, I don't want you thinking I'm trying to force you to a car. Or so, yeah, what feels right? How's it likely to be perceived? I stayed at a lot of hotels. And when I'm in hotels, you get on an elevator. Do you get on an elevator if a single female is in there? Or do you wait till the next elevator? If you're landing on the same floor, yeah. So I've heard that they're like, no, if a female's in there, just take the next elevator. Or if you're on the same floor, they're like, let her exit first. Great, so she thinks you're going to follow her. How do you make sure that you're not perceived as a threat in the dating scene now? It's just...
Got news for you. We're always a threat, so just go about your day. You can't control what other people think.
Disclaimer, Brian does not speak for us all.
But no. I mean, that's the thing is... I go in the afternoon to the hotel gyms. I eat dinner, then I'll go hit the gym. And, I don't want to, walk in there. And if there's one female that's in there, it's like, oh, okay, I'll come back later. No, I'm not going to create anything in a mind of somebody that's there.
Well, you have to be careful because you're going to be guilty until proven innocent, and that's an expensive road to go down, right?
Now, if I'm the only one that's in there and somebody comes in and jumps on the treadmill, they've made the decision to come in, not me.
Right. Yeah, they already saw the bear in the forest, and they're still in the forest anyway.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm sure you're the type of guy that goes to the pool and offers to put lotion on people.
Hey, dude, I carry the sunscreen,
This was a good one, and this is how I like. The thing, I don't care what people think about you. I actually have one of those moments, and so I was getting in the elevator, and the door was shutting. And I ripped one. I'm saying it was violent. It shook. It shook it. And then all of a sudden it's all ding. I was like, oh, crap. The door opens back up and a woman walks in. I was like, well, we're just going to have to both deal with this.
So do you smell a gas leak?
Did someone eat rotten eggs? I don't know.
And Brian's like, oh, this dude just got off the elevator on the last floor.
Yeah. Did you eat diarrhea? It was nothing.
So
Oh,
See, what I want to
Mass
know
visitor
for
service
T,
only.
like they should, they bill them as female only, and it's privacy and supposedly, and it's for their protection. But I think they should have bifurcated the app where there's a female side and there's a male side, because males are equally likely to get catfished and
Yep.
have all these problems. I was, thankfully I wasn't in the dating scene when online dating was big, but I've read stories through my cybersecurity research. Like there's scams now with like Tinder, where you meet up with a Tinder date, and this date wants you to take them to a very specific bar, and then you get to this bar and you find a drink menu, and it's like, oh, it's like $4 drinks, so we'll just order a bunch of drinks. And then unbeknownst to them, this bar is like a bait setup. So then like the bartender will switch the menus, and when you get the bill, they're like $20 drink, and then you say, what? They're $4. And then the bartender's like, nope, look at the menu, they're $20. And then it's just like this scam that they perpetuate. So I'm like, men need protection from these online dating scams too.
What would the dating app say about? What would he say about you, Chris? Uber cheapskate.
Missed
Went Dutch
opportunity.
on first bill.
Never responded to
Only
me.
wants to go to Taco Bell and McDonald's.
hey
Pretty
now.
much talk about.
Well, we're aware, Brian. That's why you're on the elevator afterwards, just cranking them out.
Ripping one from out at Taco Bell.
It was only one, but it was thundering.
But no, I mean, just think about the double standard here. I mean, honestly, if an app that was here allowing men to trash talk women, there would be so much bashing going on about the app itself. Because even look at the name of this app. It's not anything about safety. It's not protection. It's spilling the tea. It's spilling the tea. It's that gossip. It's
a gossip app.
inviting. Yeah, it's inviting women to talk about guys.
Sounds like we should create an app to talk about girls. It's called the Internet Guys.
Well, that's like how Facebook got started. It was Face Smash, wasn't it? Or
Yeah.
was it the Facebook? And yeah, it was just like rating women like against each other. That's how Zuck started Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Hot or not, right?
Hot or not.
Hot or not, yeah.
But if you
That's the
know,
website.
I've never heard of said thing, right? But putting all that aside, you know that you are creating a controversial app, or in this case, an app, a service, whatever. You should expect it to be targeted. And if you understand your risk, you want to make sure that you keep, in this case, males out. It's supposed to be a safe space for women. So you got to put some sort of protection in place. It doesn't appear that a simple pen test should have been able to find this. Whether it was your legacy app, whether it was your new app, you have to do some basics here, some basic due diligence here in order to add that layer of protection. So yeah, think about it. And then,
what apps are really doing that these days, right? I mean, it's probably started by some 18-year-old, 17-year-old, even, right? I mean,
Yes.
12-year-old AI bot.
But there's so many services that are out there now that you could sit there and say, at least check check the settings, look at this site. There's automated scans that you can run that'll at least pick out some of the OWASP top 10 and let you know some of these basics that are in place that you need to address as well. And simply, you sign up for something in Azure, AWS, enable those security features, and they have guides that can walk you through enabling some of those things as well. But frankly, you're offering an app and you're telling you're going to protect people. You started taking their IDs. You need to have somebody who understands security as well. It's incumbent upon you to do that.
It's even
Reach
easier
out-
than that.
Reach out, Ben.
Just
Put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, but you're
so open up a bug crowd account and say, have at it. If you find a bug, you get $5,000. Like,
yeah,
it's just as easy
$500,
as that, too.
$1,000. Yeah, find it.
You get a
find
t-shirt.
it. Let us know. you get a free month.
Yeah.
Free month of service. I get it. I get it. When you're bootstrapping it, 19, 20-year-old, all of that, you might not think about it, but come on. When you're the number 1, number 2 app, top 5 app in the App Store, you're going to have to start taking these things seriously. And
especially such a controversial app too. Like if you're a brick breaker game app, you're not likely to get targeted as much as this controversial dating review site.
Yeah. And
Can
now
you imagine? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and now you put these stipulations in place of you have to verify. We're not just going to take your word for it. Yes, I promise that I am a female. Allow me access to said. Now that I have to do share a screenshot, or I have to upload a government issued ID. What are you doing with that? And one more thing, y'all, be controversial here, because I like to be controversial on this podcast. Who do you have verifying that information? And how are they qualified to sit there and say whether you are female or not?
Yeah, because there's some states, I think California might be one of them, where you can list your gender as X. Like you're not male, you're not female, you can be X or non-binary, and if you upload that as your government issued ID, like do they have to count it as female? It's like, yeah, who makes the call there?
And is this site sit there just 2 genders? Non-binary, does that count? And if I sit there and self-identify, but now can I be granted access, and for how long?
So clearly this particular, I just was looking on Wikipedia, and this is actually their second large data leak, and they've fundamentally failed at basic security practices for years. So how do we hold them accountable? Who's supposed to hold them accountable, right? I mean, it's people.
Well, not the men, obviously.
Not the man. But yeah, I mean, it's not gonna. They're not gonna change. I don't see that this is gonna get fixed, right?
Well,
it's gonna happen again.
And this is where they holding them accountable by one of 2 ways. Number 1 is, do they get a regulatory fine? Did they fail privacy? Did they fail CCPA? Are they not protecting people's privacy?
Is there GDPR involved? Was this in Europe?
Yep. Whether it's in Europe or not, did they have data knowingly holding that data of an EU or EEA citizen is part of that as well, whether they're residing in the US or not. So did they hold that data and knowingly, and why were they retaining it? What purpose?
Right.
Are you holding that data as well? And that's the thing of take a screenshot, I take a selfie to show, and then what's in the background, and what's the metadata, and how do you know where I'm at when I take this? You've got people that work in sensitive locations that, what's on the screen behind them, or what's the geolocation that's part of that, and you're retaining that data. That's just, people not thinking about some of the consequences of their actions, but what's the intent and purpose of requiring that as well?
Yeah, someone uploaded a selfie from like a U.S. airbase. Supposedly it was like some kind of secret airbase, but I don't know if it's actually that secret. But they did not scrub the metadata, and they apparently took this while at work on some airbase.
Instead of working, they decided to during their 15-minute smoke break that they're taking to take a selfie for this type of site. Yeah,
I'm sure they were about to date another government employee, and they need to find out if they were on Spill the Tea, right? So that's how that works, right?
I got news for you. Everyone sucks. So
people suck.
Always
let the past stay in the past and move forward. Jeez.
Well, and that's the thing. None of us is perfect. Each of us, and
I mean, I am, but
well, I mean, you have that deity around you, so yes. The rest of us, but I imagine that these comments are coming at the end of the relationship, and it's a smear campaign as well. There's likely to be some of that there as well, and all of a sudden, good person, just not with the right person. So, and is it smearing somebody's reputation as well?
I would love to see if the guy version of this app came out and this like a contrast of like the feedback that's given. I'm sure you guys can only imagine. Can you open the door for me versus I'm not even going to.
Again, I can see where Brian's brain is going with this one.
Yes. She didn't pick up the tab. That's exactly where I was going.
Yeah.
I'm all about
People
some
are
equality.
expensive.
I'm for equality. You can buy my drink for me, please. You can pay for dinner. I'm okay with that.
Ben, when was the last time that happened to you?
Never.
Like, no comment.
Thanks for rubbing that in, man.
You're welcome. I'm here for you.
See, that's like my son and I. The last time we went to Starbucks, I was like, "Hey, let's stop at Starbucks," and he goes, "I got this, Dad. I got this." And he takes out his phone, opens a Starbucks app that's using my points,
card.
my credit card, my everything, and he goes, "I got this."
What
Yeah.
a gentleman.
Yeah.
gentleman. At least
Thanks,
he
man.
offered.
Appreciate that. He offered. It's a thought that counts.
It is the thought.
Yes, that's like Glenn, like when his daughters buy him a Christmas present, like, you bought my present with my money. You know that, right? It's the thought that counts, Glenn. They listened. You said you wanted something, they listened, they got it for you.
Those socks are what he wanted, right?
Yeah.
Was your son trying to be funny, Ben, or did you just genuinely not know where money comes from?
Oh, he's well aware. Yeah.
So not only did he use your points, he used your card, but he's just trying to get the points. Wow.
He wants those stars.
Can we get him on the pod, please? I'm curious. I'm going to talk to him.
We don't understand the story there.
You gotta get his side of it.
Yeah. I told you as we walked around campus, his college campus, he was pointing out, Monday I go to that Starbucks for free coffee. Tuesday I go to that Starbucks for free coffee. I pointed out like an independent coffee shop, and I'm like, "Do you go to that one?" He goes, "No, they don't have free coffee." And I'm like, "Well, I didn't realize that Starbucks gave free coffee on campus. Is that part of your meal plan? Is that part of whatever?" And he goes, "No, it's part of your plan. I have your Starbucks app on my phone."
that's his free copy. It's Dad's
So-
copy.
So just remember, whenever something is free, somebody else is paying for it.
Ton Stoffel. All right, we're running short on time. We're going to skip topic 4 today and jump right into our
topic 4.
dad joke. Continue to get great
I love-
comments about our dad joke of the week. Dad joke of the week. This week, our first guest, Matt, is up.
So I was going to say, I love telling dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs. And I was going to tell you,
Oh, that's not the joke.
yeah.
Ba-dum-bum.
I was going to tell you a dad joke about time travel, but you didn't like it.
Really?
Just rattling them off. Zingers.
All right. So what's Forrest Gump's password? Since this is a security podcast.
One Forrest one.
Jen A.
Forrest 1.
Janae.
There you go.
Jenny.
Lieutenant Dan. Sorry. All right.
I like it.
Next up is our guest co-host, Ben.
So, all right, I'm gonna set the stage for you as well. So, I traveled a little bit this week. So, spent the week going to a few different states, following the heat wave that was going around the United States. But when I checked into my hotel in Michigan, I saw that the hotel, they were charging me an extra $20 for air conditioning. When I told them that wasn't cool, they responded by saying, "Sir, it would be if you paid the extra $20.
Original. I like it.
Wah, wah,
Nice.
wah.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, and Ben, that heat wave that's following you across the U.S. apparently missed us here. It is a balmy 58 degrees outside right now.
Wow.
Damn.
Yes, please. All right. I went and ran my 5K today, and at 10 a.m. Yes, I took a break at 10 a.m. and ran before it got hotter, and it was already 88 degrees.
Wow. Really
And
sweating it
100%
out.
humidity.
What? Yes, yes. Central North Carolina, humidity is just expected.
How's it over there in flyover country there, Matt?
It's beautiful today. It's like 75 right now, and it's been Africa hot for the last week, as Ben can attest. So
Africa, all right.
Go out
Today.
there and run that 5K.
negative.
Negative Ghost Rider.
All right, to wrap things up, Belgium is warning its citizens about cyber scams by using bread bags. Snapchat intercepted DMs and saved children from unspeakable horrors. And the T app had atrocious security. I really hope T is not a customer too. I don't want to have to redact a story again.
They're not following any security practice.
That's all I have for this week. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Find us all on LinkedIn. Links will be in the description. Follow us on Instagram at PEBCAK Podcast. Thank you to our listeners and subscribers. Rate us 5 stars on the iTunes Store and Spotify, and left us a review. We appreciate you all spreading the word to help grow the show. The best way to find us is to search for the PEBCAK Podcast in your favorite podcast listening app. For my co-host Brian Deach and our guests Matt Disher and Ben Coral, I'm Chris Louie. Thanks for listening. We'll see you all next weekend. As always, have a nice day.
Cheers.
Bye, Felicia.
Crazy. You're crazy.
Have a nice day.